Holy smokes, what a week. Man, we got Vegas back in town tonight. We're talking trade rumors, JT Brown, Hedman being gone, and so much more. On Bolts with the Boys, the fourth period.
Pass ahead to Stamkos. Steaming in on Viron. Backhand to score! Sends it across to Brewer with the wrist shot. Saved by Lundqvist. Teddy Purcell in front. There's a shot. They score! The speedy Patrick Johnson wants it alone. He scores! With speed into the zone. Stamkos shooting. What a goal by Stamkos with Hedman helping.
What's going on, everybody? I'm Pappy. This is Big C. Welcome to Bolts with the Boys, the fourth period. Man, it has been a long week.
Yeah, wow, way too long.
Man, yeah, we got lots to talk about tonight. Let's start with the game, man. Vegas, they're the real deal. At least it's coming to.
Yeah, they are who we thought they were, definitely.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man. Sorry, I'm having a couple technical difficulties here. We're still working out the kinks. This is probably what, our fourth show.
Fourth show.
Yeah. So I'm definitely trying to figure out this whole YouTube thing here. But no, I think I got it now. Okay, cool. So let's talk about the game tonight. Definitely looked a little sloppy out there.
Yep. We're noticing the difference in the team for sure now.
Yep. So yeah, let's dive into it. Things that we did wrong, things that we did right. For me personally, I thought Vasi looked asleep tonight.
He's looked asleep the last couple games, to be honest. No one wants to accept it. Obviously the defense has been really bad, but the shots that are going in are typical easy saves for him, and they're shooting from the point and they're going in, which is not okay.
Right.
You got to save those. He's just looked terrible lately. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, and I mean the defense too. I mean, you can tell that it's hurting.
And we were giving up a lot of looks like that even with Hedman playing, so I don't it's a much deep-rooted issue, a lot more than just Hedman being out.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, so I mean, what do you guys think? We definitely got this show together so that way we could talk with you guys. So any of you guys at the game, any of you guys watching at home, give us a call, 727-755-3083. We definitely want to hear what you guys have to say about the game. I thought Vegas looked pretty good tonight.
Yeah, they look as good as pretty much as they have all season. We didn't look terrible, but I've definitely noticed a huge drop off in shots that are going in for us now.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Before we could just score goals at will, and now it's we can't buy a goal.
Yeah.
It's hard for us to score now. I don't know what's going on.
Game was a snoozer for you, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah, where's the excitement? Come on, Bolts. Bring the excitement back.
They have way too many playmakers on that team to be struggling to score.
Oh, absolutely.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah. I thought a couple standout players tonight. Tonight, earlier in the game, I thought Yanni Gourde was stepping up. Later in the game, he made some crucial mistakes, especially out in center ice. Those turnovers, can't do that. You cannot do that, especially with a team like Vegas.
I think he just gets over frustrated, so he gets over aggressive, and then he does stuff like that. Sergachev too showed that he's definitely a rookie. Made a couple of bad passes that almost cost us a couple goals, but it wouldn't have mattered anyways. We lost by 3, so
right. So yeah, we definitely definitely had that going on. So yeah, give us a call 727-755-3083. Let's talk more about the Golden Knights. Let's talk more about the Tampa Bay Lightning. What's going on? What's the future looking like? You know, obviously the news came out. Hedman's out 3 to 6 weeks. I'm leaning more towards 6 weeks. I don't know about you, Big C. What are you thinking?
No, definitely 6 weeks. They just say the 3 to 6, like 3 weeks, so that people don't, freak out about it. But it's a little too late for that.
Yep.
A lot of Lightning fans are kind of definitely freaking out about it. Yeah, it's it's what? It's going to be about a month and a half. Luckily we've, gotten a lot of points in this early part of the season.
Right. Yeah, and another thing is, I've noticed a lot of posts on a lot of the fan pages on Facebook and whatnot, and people are wondering whether we should make a quick trade for another defenseman, or if we should bide our time. And I don't want to jump the gun and talk about trade rumors just yet, but I definitely think that we should bide our time. I think we should get the right fit. And my pick is Mike Green, but we'll talk more about that later. What do you guys think? Quick move, or should we bide our time? I think we should bide our time. I mean, we got 15 games? I think we got 15 games until Hedman's slated to come back. At least my guess on when he's coming back. So we got our road schedule, the All-Star game, and then I think he's going to be back right before we go on a road trip to play, I believe it's Washington, Ottawa, and Montreal.
Yeah.
And I think that's when he's going to be back.
Yeah. So. I don't think they should rush to try to find somebody. But from what it sounded like Yzerman, even before the Hedman injury, was trying to be active at the deadline. Like he wants to bring someone in, and I would guess he'd bring someone in that he feels like would help the team right now. That's like his big thing. He won't make trades.
Right.
Won't make trades at the trade deadline if it's not to help the team right now.
Yeah. So, but yeah, no. Tonight, scratched up as an L. I mean, Vegas looked good. I have nothing bad to say about that team. I read a tweet earlier that said Vegas plays like they have nothing to lose, and it's so true. I know, Big C, you were saying earlier, they really don't have anything to lose.
They don't have to prove anything. It's their first year as a team.
Yeah. So they go out there.
They're playing loose.
They almost look like, I mean, I don't want to call them a college hockey team because obviously they're playing at a caliber that they're not a college hockey team, but they almost play with that intensity, Like those guys go out there, or like an OHL player or something like that, they go out there because they don't have anything to lose. They're out there trying to fight for their way to get into the show, and that's what Vegas looks like to me. I've been very impressed. I don't know what to say, man. I think the only team that really poses a threat to them out in the West Coast is Winnipeg.
Yeah. I mean, kinda. I still think no matter what, the Kings are always going to be a threat.
You think so?
And the Blackhawks are the Blackhawks, whether they're struggling or not. So
yeah.
But I mean, I guess unless you're looking at it as the Knights like being the favorite to make the Stanley Cup Finals, which I still think Winnipeg's my choice out of the West. But
yeah, that's my choice too.
But I guess we'll see how it might come down to those two teams. So.
And you bring up a good point too, Big C, is that what was I gonna say? Like playoffs are completely different. I mean, the playoffs are it's a completely different story.
I don't
than
expect
regular
the
season.
Lightning to be playing like this in the playoffs.
Yeah, I think they'll turn it on.
They will, because
Yeah.
they know it. Because most of the players on the team have been there.
Mm-hmm.
Like they know what it takes. Like they could even be doing the old everyone said the Blackhawks were doing, where they kind of just coast. They'll kind of coast through the season or whatever. They don't want anyone to get hurt, like Hedman did. They kind of coast through the season and do just enough to get in the playoffs, and then turn it on just in time for the playoffs.
Right.
So.
Yeah, definitely. So yeah, as the current standings, I got them pulled up right now. It looks like we still got us in first place.
What, by 2 points now?
I want to say 2 or 3.
Okay.
I think it's 2 though, because yeah, I think they're 4 points behind us, and they didn't win. Vegas didn't win against Nashville the other night.
Okay.
So yeah, they're still 4. So I think they're 2 points behind us now, and I think they still have a game at hand though, because even though we played them, we're still a game ahead.
Okay.
So, and then you got Boston and Toronto in our division behind us. So, definitely interesting. But even below in the Metro, you know, you got the Caps, you got the Devils, then you got the Blue Jackets, and then your wild card spots as of right now are the Rangers and the Penguins. So that's what we got going on right now. But yeah, no. As far as the game goes, you know, definitely need to tighten up the screws there. Kind of look like we're still on vacation. So I don't know. Any thoughts on it? Any more thoughts on it, Cody?
Nah. on to the road trip, I guess.
Yep. So we got the big road trip coming up. We got Minnesota on Saturday, right?
I believe
I'm
so,
almost
yeah.
positive. And then we got Chicago and Nashville.
We need to win 2 of those 3.
Yes, that's huge. So, but yeah, yeah. Let's see. I just want to confirm. Yeah. So we got we got Minnesota on Saturday, Chicago, Nashville Monday, Tuesday, and then the Flyers to close out into the All-Star break. So, speaking of which, the All-Star break looks it looks pretty lit, I gotta say. So,
Yeah.
Lots of things going on downtown, especially with Gasparilla going on too. Make sure to enjoy responsibly. But yeah, got a lot of things going on. Curtis Hickson, I believe there's a free concert on Friday, next Friday, not tomorrow. And then Saturday, they got all kinds of things that they're going to be doing for the All-Star game. There's going to be like little skills things that you can do, you know, and this is all free, you know, and I'm assuming they're probably going to set it up right outside in Thunder Alley, right?
Yeah, I'd assume so.
Yeah.
It'd be right out there.
So then you got the skills comp on Saturday, and then then you got the All-Star game on Sunday. I'm interested to see. I don't know if you know, Big C, or if anybody out there that's watching us right now knows, if Victor Hedman does not, which he's not going to be playing, do they pull an alternate, or what's going on with that?
Yeah, they'll probably pull an alternate. Someone was floating around the idea that the Lightning would get to pick his alternate.
Okay.
And they would have it be Sergachev, which would be awesome.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know what the NHL wants to do about it.
Right. Yeah, that would be cool. I mean, shoot, Sergachev rookie year, you know, coming straight out of the Windsor Spitfires, comes down to Tampa and makes the All-Star lineup. That'd be
awesome.
freaking sweet. So, but yeah, what do you guys think? If you guys know anything about what's going on with that, please give us a call, 727-755-3083. Moving on here. Real quick, you know, I wanted to give a shout out to NOMVDIC. They're the ones that do our awesome intro song. It's called The Witch. If you guys like what you hear, the link's in the description. You can buy it on iTunes. You can check them out on Facebook, YouTube, whatever social medias. But yeah, definitely a big shout out to NOMVDIC. They just got, I don't know, how would you say it? They just linked up with, they're not really like signed, I guess they're signed.
I think it's more so that they can get they can book them on their shows and stuff like that now.
Yeah,
it's like a touring agency more than
well,
anything.
they hooked up with Artery Media, and so they're gonna be playing more shows and whatnot, touring, coming to a city near you. I know we got
a lot of bigger shows too. So
yeah, I know we got some viewers up in New York. Shout out to you guys, you know, way up there in the snow. Thanks for following Tampa Bay Lightning hockey, and thanks for following Bolts with the Boys. But yeah, if you guys are heavy metal fans up there, check out NOMVDIC and get them in your town, man. Get them to New York. Get them up north. And they're big hockey fans too. So, as far as our social media, you see it down on the ticker below. We got Twitter, we got Facebook, Instagram, And then, of course, YouTube. Like and subscribe if you like what you hear. Yeah, definitely give us a follow. And, give us some suggestions for the show. This is your show, your fourth period. Anything that you guys want us to talk about on the show, let us know. So, another thing that I wanted to, me and Big C actually wanted to address with you is West Coast games. So, we've only been doing this for, probably a couple weeks now. And we wanted to talk about what you guys would like for West Coast shows. Because, I mean, no one's going to be up at 2 in the morning, talking hockey.
Not when
Everyone's trying to go to bed. We all got to work in the morning.
I got to be up at like 5:30 every morning. So.
Yeah. So what do you guys think? Let us know. Tweet us, Facebook us, whatever. Call in. I mean, whatever you guys would like to do. And let us know. Would you guys rather have a pregame show, like the day before the game, or would you guys like a post game like day after show, something like that? So yeah, let us know in the comments. Let us know on Facebook, Twitter, what you guys would like. As far as shows go, as far as home shows and East Coast shows, I mean we're gonna be on after every game. So, but yeah, definitely for the away games way out there in California and Las Vegas, yeah, definitely give us a shout and let us know. So yeah, moving on here. Lots to talk about this week. I guess we should start with everything going on with the Lightning. JT Brown was put on waivers this past weekend and picked up by the Anaheim Ducks. So
yeah, everyone thinks it's like a political thing. It's
yeah,
he just wasn't producing.
Oh, that ESPN article that that really bothers me.
ESPN's a joke.
Yeah, and this is why ESPN should never put their hands on hockey. Okay, because JT Brown, I mean, he's a stand-up guy. He's for this community, the Tampa community, and then ESPN comes out with an article saying former protester JT Brown traded to Anaheim Ducks. It's not just JT Brown traded,
Not Tampa Bay Lightning player.
Right,
JT
exactly. They got to make
protester.
it all political, and it's like, what the heck,
because
man?
they want to spark it. They want to create a bigger topic. It sells more if the organization's racist, then people can chime in more. Like it just sells more. So.
Right. Yeah, no, I can't stand it. I looked around on TSN, which is, Canada's affiliate to ESPN. Much different, by the way. Check out tsn.ca. They talk about hockey. That's their first sport. But they don't post things like that. They actually didn't really even post anything about JT Brown. I don't think I saw anything for the Lightning for that matter.
Nope.
But yeah, definitely pretty mad about that. Pretty bothered that they would post something like that. I mean, yeah, he put his fist in the air for the national anthem. I mean, don't lump him in with the Colin Kaepernicks of the world, is what I say. So, Victor Hedman, we were talking about him earlier. He's out. He's out for 6 weeks tops. Lightning fans, chill, just chill, please. Okay, he's gonna be back. All right, there's no need to rush to get another defenseman or anything like that. It sucks. It really sucks to have him gone. But the other guy's got to step up. Hedman's not a one-man team. He's not a one-man defensive line. Got to win. You can't win cups with one defenseman. So definitely just stay patient. Stay patient. I'm looking ahead towards the trade deadline.
Mm-hmm.
So I want Mike Green. That's what I want. Big C, what do you want?
I guess if not Mike Green, maybe look into Ekman Larson from the Coyotes.
Yep.
Or I don't know. There's players out there for sure. I just don't know, what Yzerman's looking for right now.
So talks about Jack Johnson too. So from Columbus.
I feel like Yzerman, we have enough puck moving defensemen.
Mm-hmm.
I think Yzerman really needs to get like a stay at home. Oh, excuse stay-at-home solid defenseman.
Yeah.
Because we don't really have a lot of those. So
Yeah, I agree.
that's why I think that's why our defense is suffering so bad, is because all our defensemen want to be active and on the puck and stuff, and they're being aggressive, which causes all those breakaways and 2-on-1s against us because they're just trying to make too much happen.
See, I think with the advantage of having possibly someone like a Mike Green down in Tampa, is he puts the puck in the net, but he also, like you said, he can be a stay-at-home guy. He plays very aggressive, but I think he would be a good complement to Hedman because he's almost like he's more aggressive, I think, than Hedman in a way. I don't know. I think he is.
I still think Edmund's probably one of the most. Oh, you mean offensively?
I mean defensively.
Oh, I was about to say I think Hedman might be the most.
Yeah, no, I was gonna say offensively.
Might be the most aggressive defenseman in the league,
Hedman offensively. I mean,
Burns,
he's
maybe.
awesome. But no, I was gonna say defensively. I
yeah,
think Mike
probably.
Green's more. I think he could kind of pick up the slack there. What's missing on like if you were to do a Hedman Green line.
Maybe
And then
balance,
Hedman
get a good balance.
Yeah, and then Hedman would be the balance on the other end. So scoring the goals and whatnot. But yeah, what do you guys think? I know there's talk about Jack Johnson. Not a big fan, but definitely would like to hear your guys' thoughts though. 727-755-3083. Yeah. So yeah, what do we got else too, Oh, another thing too. Okay, so on the topic of Mike Green, we'd obviously have to give up something, and it's not going to be like the best thing that we want, I know we were talking last episode about some of the young guys, Ernie, Matthew Joseph, Pekka, people like that.
I wonder if we could put maybe Budai in a deal somewhere.
See, and that's what I was wondering because on TSN, okay, on the top 25 now I think it is. So you got Mike Green at the top. He's number 3. Okay. Then you have I'm sorry, I'm drawing a blank here. Then you have Peter Mrazek at 22 or 23 on the trade bait list. So here's my thought. Okay. You got Mike Green, and then you got Peter Mrazek. What if they did a package deal, and they sent, or not even package deal for Tampa, I'm saying. So like if they sent Mike Green here, okay, and they sent Peter Mrazek elsewhere, okay. So like let's say Peter Mrazek went somewhere else, okay. They're gonna need a backup goaltender, if they don't want to bring Jarrett Crow up. So what if we threw Peter Budai in with a couple of those young guys or a draft pick or something like that?
Yeah, I could definitely see that.
I would not be opposed to that, especially with how Louis Domingue's been playing too.
Yeah, he really needs to get more play time though.
I think so too. I mean, it'll be interesting to see
him. He'll
him.
probably play. Of course, he could play Minnesota. He's probably gonna have to play either Chicago or Nashville.
Oh yeah, with
maybe
the back-to-back.
Maybe play Chicago and then have Vasi play Nashville.
It would be interesting to see him play against the Blackhawks. That would be I think it'd be a decent test. Actually either team for that matter would be a decent test for him.
Yeah.
I thought the Red Wings were a good test for him.
Yeah, they made him work for it.
Yeah, they did. But yeah, and actually speaking of the Blackhawks too, definitely a bummer. Corey Crawford has been dealing with vertigo for a while, and it's gotten to the point where he's.
I think he could be calling it quits apparently.
Yeah.
So that's not cool either, man. That's an awesome goalie.
So
a lot of the Blackhawks success in those Stanley Cup runs have to go to him. So
yeah, definitely a bad weekend for health issues around the league, and even outside of the league. I actually want to give a shout out to Matt Murray from the Pittsburgh Penguins. He ended up missing the last game. His father was ill and actually ended up passing away. So prayers go out to the Murray family. Everybody up there in Pittsburgh. That's a real bummer. And he's definitely got the best seat in the house now for Penguins games, Matt. So, he'd be really proud of you. You're I don't like the sweater you wear, but you're a good goaltender.
Yeah.
So prayers go out to you and your family, bud. So yeah, so I mean you got both those both of those things going on, and then Philip Denault, that was scary.
Yeah, that was the fact that they had to stop the game.
Yeah.
Like they completely called the period and just had him play the rest of it in the next period.
And Zdeno Chara of all people,
That's and the announcers were joking. They're like, "Oh, well, that one was only 72 miles."
Yeah,
an hour.
a mild 73 miles an hour, 72 miles an hour. That's ridiculous, though.
Yeah.
So, he was released from the hospital a couple days later. So there's some good news. He's home. So he's probably I don't think they've released an official statement, but I'm sure it's probably some type of concussion.
Probably.
So, we're wishing he gets a speedy recovery there, because I mean that's rough. It's happened to Girardi. Even Bellemare from Vegas a couple nights ago took a puck to the face. So this is kind of like our discussion topic for tonight. The way the game's going. With forwards blocking shots, where do you draw the line? Because you got guys like Austin Matthews, 37 block shots. Yeah. Babcock is pissed, apparently.
Well, Babcock's pissed because he's looking at his defense like, why is our forward having to block all these shots?
Right.
Like, why is he the one having to throw his body in front of the pucks? Why aren't the defensemen doing their job?
Right.
Lightning.
So, yeah, definitely. There's I don't know. I don't know where to draw the line with this one, because
I don't think you can, because
Yeah.
I think hockey players they want to win, so I mean they're gonna do everything they can to stop the puck from going in.
right.
So it's gonna be hard to draw a line. You can't be like, hey, you can't block shots. Like, the guy's still gonna block shots.
Right.
It is what it is. He's a real hockey player. Like, they want to block shots. They want to help their team out. Like, I mean, it's.
But when you're like your star player, I guess, you still
It doesn't
think,
matter to them. Yeah, McDavid's block shot. Like, they all block shots.
Yeah.
Like, they're not gonna stop doing that either. So, just some teams' defense play enough to where they don't have to.
Yeah.
And
So.
Toronto is not one of them. Their defense is horrendous.
Oh my gosh, the other night.
It's probably about
Oh,
on
man.
par with if
Let's-
not worse than the
Let's
Lightning.
talk about Marlowe the other night. Let's just talk about Marlowe the other night, or let's not talk about him.
That was ugly.
Oh, that
man.
was embarrassing. Sorry, Toronto. Oh, jeez. So, but yeah, let's take a look around the league right now. My phone will open here. But yeah, so we got, as far as scores go tonight. Okay, so the Leafs lost in overtime.
They blew it.
They blew it. Marlo, that better not be you again. I'm looking at TSN tomorrow morning. Actually, probably when we get off this podcast. You got the Coyotes tied up with the Predators.
The Coyotes are a hard team, man.
The same Predators that beat Vegas or was it last night or the night before? I think it was the night before. Yeah.
But it's funny because the Coyotes are just taking everyone to the wire. Like, I mean, like they're going into every third period with 2 minutes left, tied like 5-5 or 4-4. Like, they don't go away, man. They fight for sure. That's awesome to see that.
And then Colorado's up against Brent Burns and Joe Thornton and
They're getting better.
And the Sharks.
Colorado's getting better. Slowly, but it's a process, but they're getting better.
And then the old Schittsburg Penguins. Okay. 1-0 versus the Kings. Mm-hmm.
Devils.
And of course that's on NBC. Why was our game not on NBC tonight? Okay, number 1 and number 2 in the league, and we're not on NBC.
I think it's pre-scheduled. I think they already have it set at the beginning of the year. They can't really they're not allowed to change it.
I think Doc Emmerich should be able to change it at any time.
Jeez.
Oops, speaking of Doc Emmerich, you got the New Jersey Devils playing the Washington Capitals. Devils win 4-3 in overtime.
There you go.
Bruins win over the Islanders 5-2.
They just keep winning. That's getting annoying.
Yep. Columbus beats Dallas in a shootout. Same Dallas team that beat my Red Wings the other night. Or should I say my Dead Wings? Sorry.
Dead things.
Yeah, jeez. We got rumors about Kenny Holland coming up later. Stay tuned. New York Rangers and Buffalo Sabres. Rangers beat the Sabres 4-3.
Yeah, the league needs to go on notice for that. Rick Nash is back to his form. He's scoring a lot of goals right now. He has he went like 20 something games without a goal, or 30 games without a goal, and he scored like 4 goals the last 2 games now. So yeah, he's back, and that's not a good thing for anyone in the Eastern Conference. So.
And then we got finally we got the Blues Sens. Blues beat the Senators 4-1.
We lost to the Senators twice.
Yep. So, I'll tell you one thing I'm going to be pissed about is if Vegas goes into Sunrise tomorrow and the Panthers win. Yeah. I can see it happening. I can already see it happening. They've been like the upset team this year. Yep. Like they're just like the, go in there, middle fingers blazing, just like F you and we're going to win. And blow out teams 7-3 or whatever, Yep.
Yeah, the Panthers show a lot of flashes of being good. They just have no consistency at all.
Yep. So, yeah. So I know we were talking about the, I was talking about my Dead Wings. So Kenny Holland, general manager of the Detroit Red Wings, might be going to another team next year. As of hockeyfeed.net, a couple days ago, they posted a rumor mill that Ken Holland might be leaving for the Vancouver Canucks at the end of the season.
I don't know why the Canucks would do that, because they're like right now they're like on the come up. Like they're getting really good out of nowhere after being one of the worst teams in the league last year. They're real good this year. I feel like they might be taking some steps back there.
If they hire Ken Holland, they're going to be taking like 10 steps back.
Yeah, I don't know why they're doing that. Like I thought they were going to stay young. Like their GM's pretty young, so.
Yeah. I mean,
maybe he's going to Detroit. I don't know. Maybe it's like a trade-off type thing, like they're.
Yeah, I don't know. That's remains to be seen, bud.
Anyone but Stevie.
Oh man. We'll leave that for another day, bud. I
have nightmares.
Let's enjoy it while he's here.
All right.
All right. Oh man. So yeah. Well, Kenny, if you want to go ruin the Vancouver Canucks, I mean, I'm all for it. Please leave Detroit.
Yeah, I feel bad for the Canucks. I don't know what they're doing.
But hey, this is a Lightning show. We got our GM. We're first place in the league. Let's hope that the game can get better. These mistakes are eerily reminiscent of last year. Losing the puck at the blue line, losing the puck at center ice. I mean, not playing defense. I don't know. I wasn't too impressed tonight. I was very impressed by Vegas, though. So
I will say that I think the Lightning are the only team that have a full week off at any point of the season this season, and they kind of played how I expected them to. And Vegas hasn't. They've been playing like it's just the normal part of the season. Like they've been. Like they're already like in the game and stuff like that. The Lightning took a whole week off, didn't practice until like yesterday, Tuesday or yesterday. Like I don't know what's going on there, but yeah, they definitely look like a team who had been off for a week, and they just have to get back into the swing of things, I guess.
Yeah, and it's a bummer that they had to open up after the bye week with Vegas too, because it's like Vegas, they said they were 3 games in from their break or whatever. And so they were fresh and in it and ready to go. Not trying to make excuses for our guys. When you're a first place team, you got to act like it. But yeah. And actually, I take back what I said about the Panthers, because you know what? Gerard Gallant and Jonathan Marchessault have been playing so well. Well, Gallant hasn't been playing. He's been coaching. But yes, I mean, he's coached that team very well. And I think he's going to have his team's going to be fired up, especially Marchessault. They're the rejects from Florida. So I think they're going to go in there pretty fired up to play the Panthers. So I take back what I said. I think Vegas will fare pretty well. But yeah, other than that, you know, one more thing I wanted to touch on. I came across an article today about Louis Domingue, and I'm sure a lot of you Bolts fans saw this. Louis Domingue actually almost quit playing. He almost hung his skates up for good after Arizona. I guess what happened was they put him on waivers, but they wouldn't send him back down to the AHL. Okay, so he's sitting at home without a job, and basically, the Coyotes were telling him to buy his own ice time to stay fresh. Okay, tell me what team does that to your goaltender? You know, you awake, bud?
No, I'm awake. I'm just no. It's a crappy story, dude.
Yeah,
like,
man.
I mean, and you know, people are saying how spoiled he was for wanting to quit hockey because he had to do all this stuff. And I'm like, I think he posted on Twitter something about, you know, it's like your employer firing you and then like telling you to go accept a job at the local high school. Or
Yeah,
something
it was
like
yeah, and it was almost like he was like suspended from work. You know, like suspended from work without pay.
yeah,
you know.
since they were telling him, hey,
Yeah.
but stick around.
Right.
Like,
It's
no,
like
don't
yeah,
leave the guy
stay
hanging
fresh
like that.
in case we want you, but
In case we want, like,
Yeah.
this dude could be working, you know, all these days and nights, and you end up
Right.
nothing going on. So, no, I don't blame him at all for
So-
what he was thinking about doing.
and
It's
shout
crappy.
out to Shane Doan for going out there and skating with him. You know, that was really cool of you, man. If you're ever watching this, you know, love to have you on. And Louis Domingue too, man. You know, that'd be
We'd
sweet.
love to have you in Tampa.
Yes. Yes, we do love to have you in Tampa. You are our right-gloved Ben Bishop.
It is, yeah. Yeah.
So, Bish 2.0. Oh, Bish looked terrible last night or last
He's
was it
really
last night?
slow now.
yeah.
Like, really slow.
Yeah,
like,
we
he's
were
moving like
watching
he's
we
an
were
old
watching him play
man.
the Wings and it was like, ew.
Like,
you
he's
know?
just that goal he gave up, it was basically an empty net goal. He, like, slid over and was like, I'm not even going to come back and try
You're
to
gonna
save
let the Red Wings score on you?
But did you...
You're gonna let the Red Wings? Ew.
He, like, played the puck and then just stood there and, like, just saw the guy get the puck and shoot it, and he was like, I'm not even going to try and save
I
that.
know. It's like, oh god.
He doesn't look happy either.
Yeah, no. And he still got lightning on his helmet.
Just green lightning bolts
Yep,
now.
green bolts now. First they were blue, then they're gray, and now they're green. So, Benny, we miss you at the same time. You know, I don't know. There's not a spot for you right now, bud. But yeah. So, I don't know. You know, trying to think of what else we got going on here. You know, we were talking about the game. Let's talk about the road trip ahead, you know, and kind of wrap this up here. Definitely got some stuff, you know. We got the road trip ahead. We got the, you know, the Minnesota, Chicago, Nashville, Philly before the All-Star break. So, I'm hoping we get 2.
I see us split 2 and 2.
You know, so
We have trouble with Philly, so
yeah,
you know, so it'd be cool to win maybe Minnesota,
Yeah.
and then one of the Chicago and Nashville games. And I'd be okay with that.
I would like to win the Philly game though, just because
Just to
that's
go
in our
into the break.
conference. Yeah, and it's in our conference too.
Yeah, I
So
could see that. Yeah.
yeah, I'd take. Let's see. I'd take Philly. I'd like to win against Philly and Nashville if possible. Those are my 2 wins.
So, yeah, I guess, but the only problem with that is that would mean that we started out 0-2 on the trip too, though.
yeah,
So, yeah, well, just win 2 of them, man.
yeah.
Well, at least win 2. That's all I ask. You know.
I mean, bias-wise, I'd like to see them beat
Win all
Chicago
4?
too.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'd
well,
like
I'd
to
like
see
to
us
see them
win
win
all
all 4,
4.
of course. But you know, if I had to pick which team we'd beat the crap out of, it'd be Chicago.
That'd be cool, like, to go out, or, like, even on Philly, like, go out with, like, a nasty, like, a statement win, like, oh, by the way,
Yeah,
we're still right here.
yeah.
Like, we're still capable of putting up 5-6 goals.
Yep. So, anyways, you know, any final thoughts from you guys? You know, shoot us a tweet at BWTB_4th period. Once again, that's BWTB_4th period. You can also give us a call, 727-755-3083, or hit us up on Facebook or Instagram or whatever other social medias you might have. So, yeah, other than that, what's your final thoughts, Big C?
Win 2 out of 4. That's all I need. Like, you guys, like, I don't, this isn't a Hedman thing either. Like, this is something they've been, and it's weird because they actually started out the season playing really well defensively. And I don't know what's good. They've regressed back to their old ways, it feels like. Like, I don't know what's going on, you know? They're just blowing assignments real bad. They're not as aggressive either as they were. Like, I don't, they just don't look as hungry as they did at the beginning of the season.
Yeah.
At the beginning of the season, they were playing like, you know, the team that has gotten within like arm's reach of the cup the last 3 years, or 3 out of the last 4 years.
And you think that'd be something that would fuel them too? You know, you go, so like the past 3 years, you go to the cup, you lose to the Blackhawks. Okay, I mean, the second season, you know, you lose in the freaking the conference final, you know, and then last year you don't even make the playoffs.
Yeah, they should be like the hungriest team in the league right now.
And what baffles me is this is like almost when you look at the lineup, the team hasn't changed much.
No, we're all healthy. I mean, besides
You know?
Hedman, but even when Hedman was playing, and like obviously we can't complain too much because we're 31-11 right now.
Yeah,
like, and
no,
we're sitting
yeah, no,
here-
you're right.
And we're
You're
sitting
right.
here complaining, but
Yeah,
you know, we just hate to see the team regress. I'd be okay with losing games, you know, 4-3, 3-2, stuff like that. But I feel like when we lose games, we lose bad because the defense just isn't doing its thing, man. It's ugly.
right. Yeah, and you know, shout out to Lightning Strikes, their Facebook group, on Facebook, of course, and then shout out to Thunderbolts and Thunder Nation. Thunder, I think it was Thunderbolts. Please let me back in the group. I think they kicked me off for something. I don't know what. Maybe promoting the show. But hey, if you guys don't want us promoting the show, you know, tell your friends. Tell your friends about the show. You know, we want to spread this around. This is your fourth period. You know, we want to get this out to as many Bolts fans as we can. So show it to your neighbor. Show it to your grandma. Show it to that girl you're talking to. I don't know. Show it to your dog. I don't care. You know, but you know, Pappy, me and Big C, man, we want to talk Bolts with you guys. So yeah, show it to everybody. So yeah, but yeah, shout out to Lightning Strikes, Thunderbolts, Thunder Nation. Shout out to Sticks of Fire, as always. Please come on the show. You know, definitely want to have Sticks of Fire on the show. So as for my final thoughts are share this YouTube channel. Share this YouTube channel and let's kick the crap out of Chicago. Those are my final thoughts. So, yeah, so we're going to wrap up the show here. Once again, I'm Pappy, and this is Big C. For those of you that are first timers tuning in, we like to showcase a lot of music on here. You know, a lot of local bands, a lot of local talent from Tampa. Tonight, we actually got some talent from up north, up in New York. They're a hardcore band called Until We Are Ghosts. Me and Big C have been to quite a few of their shows. They're actually very avid hockey fans. In fact, when they come and play, they bring PVC nets and hockey sticks and everything, and we play ball hockey out in the parking lot. So I think that's a really cool thing that they do when they're on tour. Definitely shows a lot of love for the game, a lot of respect for the game. So shout out to the boys, shout out to Rob, shout out to Until We Are Ghosts. Also, we got some big news coming up. We can't tell you just yet, but we got some big news coming in February. We might have a couple special guests on the show. So, yeah, other than that, crappy loss tonight, but we'll be back at it on Saturday against Minnesota. Don't you know? So, without further ado, once again, I'm Pappy. This is Big C. Make sure to like and subscribe. Follow us on social media. And this is Pilot Light by Until We Are Ghosts.
everybody.